All right, welcome to Creator Hardware, and today we're going to talk about how it's been over the last 6 months with TrueNas Scale as my main editing NAS. Now, quick background, it is a i3 10th generation with three 1 terabyte SSD SATA drives in a mirror configuration. And it has been my main editing NAS for this channel and my main channel. I have two channels. Now, this server only has a 2.5 gig NIC because, unfortunately, my 10 gigabit NIC that was in my editing PC, that one back there, well, decided it only wanted to work when it felt like working. So it got the Intel one that I'd bought to put in there. But on that note, 2.5 gig is really not a limiting factor for me in this server. So like when I transfer memory cards out of my Sony cameras, well, they transfer at memory card speeds. There's nothing I can do about that. 10 gigabits isn't going to help. Now, my Blackmagic, however, records to T5 drives from Samsung. That is somewhat of a bottleneck transferring those files, but not significantly enough that it's a huge deal. I want 10 gig, but I don't need 10 gig. So one of the problems I've been having was because of how I film now, I don't film off-site from my main channel. I film here, so a lot of times I'll transfer footage and start editing the same time because I'm here and I can film and then dump the footage. When I would dump it into my Unraid server, the Premiere timelines would stutter, would run on with footage, meaning you'd hit the stop bar and it continued going for a few clips, which was irritating as all get out. Now, I could have manually done a mover, but that would have taken time. And so it wasn't really a good situation. However, other than my problems with TrueNas Scale, which are my problems, not the software, it's been phenomenal. I mean, it's just been a workhorse for me. As you can see, here's my Unraid server, 2.5 gig. My editing pool mirror is my current editing pool. This one is currently not being used. Now, this editing pool is my old one. The drives were giving me a lot of errors when they were getting used. So that one is basically not even in use. It's just sitting there. I just haven't destroyed it yet. But the editing pool mirror, which is my mirrored editing pool, has been just rock solid. I've had no problems with it. As you can see, outgoing, I was editing a video off of it. Now, I'm a big fan of Unraid. Unraid is easy, it's reliable, it just does it. But there's no way I could be doing what I'm doing in Unraid. I know that it's a limitation of Unraid. On TrueNas Scale, it just does it. Yes, there's some learning curves with TrueNas Scale, but overall, I'm extremely happy with, using TrueNas Scale. All I need to do now is get another VDEV in there for redundancy, and I'm good. Now, keep in mind, when I do download footage from my drives or anything like that, I do follow somewhat of a rule of three. The data is never erased off of this until the video is published. Now, this is my editing pool on TrueNas Scale, my SMB share. You can see I do folders. I pull the footage from each video that goes to whatever folder, put it in there, put any supporting footage, etc. Everything is run off of my TrueNas Scale editing server. Don't have a render server set up right now because of how I film differently. Editing is a little different now, so I don't have so much of a time sink during the weekend to get everything done. So that's cool, but my render server got replaced with a brand new water-cooled PC, and I just haven't set it up to be a render server at this point. But I have no complaints about TrueNas Scale. It just does its thing. So if you're thinking about building one of these, I'll link the video in the description where I built it, or rebuilt it, I should say. 1 terabyte of, storage that is redundant, mirrored, etc. So Hope you enjoyed this video. As always, thanks for watching. This is Creator Hardware.